Hey beautiful people, Leticia here, coming to you this beautiful sunny Friday evening in Toronto. Wow, beautiful sunset. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. It's been a pretty busy and intense week, well, for me at least, I really hope you are doing well. And so many things going on. I actually just finally finished watching Amazing Polly's most recent video, which I highly recommend all of you watch. It's called Your Body is Their Weapon. We are all patients now, something like that. And she is absolutely amazing, and she's so on the ball in so many ways. And it was actually very, what's the word, gratifying or heartwarming, you know, because even people as strong as myself, and I do like to think I'm mentally strong, all these continuous attacks on all of us are, you know, it does have, they have the potential to wear you down. So what I want to speak about today is, you know, that importance of taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally. Hey Ryan, hey everyone. Thanks Andrew, thanks guys. Yeah, we are under attack, in case you haven't noticed. Full on under attack. Humanity is under attack worldwide. And what's happening is literally full on psychological warfare. Hate to say it, I hope you're not still watching the mainstream news, because you do not need additional programming. I actually forwarded a post that somebody in my network sent out about an initiative to disconnect your cable TV starting on August 1st. I think that's a fantastic idea. I haven't had television, I don't even own a TV, but those of you who still have television service, this would be a fantastic opportunity to get back to some of these powers not to be. In my understanding, and again, there's an amazing documentary that was made a number of years ago called Thrive. You can still watch it for free on YouTube, Thrive. That talks about that all these news networks are literally owned by 6 families, and I understand it's down to maybe 5 families at this point in time. So yeah, you would be doing humanity a big favor by disconnecting your cable TV and no longer supporting those who seek to oppress us and enslave us. Okay? Oh, the drummers are out in full force again. I'm gonna try to go to a quieter area. So I think that's a fantastic initiative. Please, yeah, get rid of your TV. Don't watch cable news. Don't watch mainstream news. You're just literally attacking yourself and harming yourself further. Now, as you may have noticed, in any city that you may live in, we have all this pervasive signage everywhere about COVID-19, and I literally make an effort to ignore it. I simply force myself to ignore it, because you don't want to take that in. That is psychological warfare. And now walking in any store in all these municipalities across the world where they've implemented the mask bylaws, people actually read those, you know, mask flyers. Just ignore them, guys. We already know in the Toronto area and municipalities across Canada, the bylaws all have the medical exemption built in. Walk right in, claim your medical exemption if you get questioned. And by the way, I mentioned that I've already gone into stores, small and large, restaurants, what have you. And if I get questioned at all, which is maybe about 50% of the time, somebody will say, would you happen to have a mask? Listen, none of these employees want to be harassing you, unless they literally have, you know, they might be the rare one that has, you know, an axe to grind, or they're on some sort of a power trip. Most employees, they really would rather not have that uncomfortable conversation with you, asking you about your mask and harassing you about it. They really would rather not. So just walk right in, do your business. If they ask you at all, just say, no, I have a medical condition. No, I can't, honey, I'm medically exempt. I can't, you know, and I'm polite with them. I at least that's my approach. Some people may not feel the need to do that, but I tend to be, you know, apologetic about it. Oh, sorry, honey, I have a medical exemption. No, I can't, honey, I can't breathe. I have a medical exemption. That's it. And they leave me alone. But again, I'm nice about it, and easy breezy. In some stores, again, I don't even get questioned at all, because again, put yourself in those employees' shoes. Do you really think they want to have that uncomfortable conversation with people? And they don't know what's on the other end. They may get somebody who's literally like, no, I'm not putting it on, fuck you, you know. So they don't want to have that conversation with you either. This is so difficult for all of us. But as Amazing Polly says, you know, unfortunately, so many people, in their attempt to avoid this discomfort of these uncomfortable conversations, are currently acquiescing to these disgusting policies. You know, they're putting on the mask just to go in the store, do their shopping. They don't look at other human beings. They're just, oh, I'm just gonna mind my own business. And by the way, have you noticed how mask wearers walk around? I literally, oh my God, I was in a store the other day. You know, it was a 7-Eleven. Thank goodness 7-Eleven is one of the best places to shop, by the way. They've actually, they're starting carrying a few groceries by now, and they never bug me, okay, never. Kudos to them, okay? But I was in one 7-Eleven the other night, and this young man was, you know, keeping 2 meters away from me, and in addition to that, he had a mask on, and he's literally looking all terrified, like I was gonna bite him or something. I was like, no, I was like, please come shop. But no, he was keeping his distance, and I was just, oh my God. We literally, they are weaponizing us against each other. Like they you know, the powers not to be are, this is part of the agenda, divide and conquer. The masker, you know, the pro-mask people versus the anti-maskers. And, you know, you better believe they had that term in stock ever since they came up with anti-vaxxers, you know, another derogatory term meant to shut down and disparage anybody questioning the disgusting vaccine agenda. Do your own research on vaccines, guys. There's so much information out there on that. And, you know, I realize that by and large right now I'm speaking to the choir. So what I'd like to say is be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, and stay strong, stand your ground. We don't let yourself be intimidated. They will, you know, those of us who dare to speak out at all, the media, they will try to unleash everything they can, including our fellow human beings, against us. Most recently, a nurse in Ontario, nurse practitioner, she's been very vocal on Facebook about, you know, what's really going on behind the scenes, and she's been exposing some of the information so many of us have already come across and are already familiar with. But anyway, the CBC did a hit piece on her, trying to make her look like, you know, an anti-vaxxer, conspiracy theorist. Those are their favorite terms, right? In case you haven't learned, conspiracy theorist is a term the CIA came up with to try to discredit anybody questioning the official story of the Kennedy assassination. And exactly, yeah, Andrew. Andrew says unmaskers are being shamed as selfish and treated as second-class citizens. That's their attempt. Let's not allow them to treat us like we, you know, to a great extent, we dictate how people treat us, and it's by our own self-perception. So if we treat ourselves as gods and goddesses on this planet, as sovereign beings on this planet, you really have to live like that and own it. When you walk anywhere, just treat yourself, know that you are that. And what is currently happening on our planet is a perversion, is really, as others have described it, the biggest terrorist attack that our planet has ever faced. Many of us have already become familiar with, you know, the travesty that was 9/11, and that was for a lot of us, you know, the first eye opener. Many people were already, you know, starting with the Kennedy assassination, so many things that have happened, all these false flag attacks. The powers not to be, these people pulling the strings from behind the scenes. And again, in case you have questions about that, watch the documentary Thrive. It answers a lot of those questions in terms of who's been running things on our planet for a long time, okay? Just know that we are fighting a just battle. We are taking a stand for humanity on this planet. We have every right to take a stand, to stand our ground. These beings, and if you have questions, you know, watch David Icke. He'll tell you more about what's going on behind the scenes. And you know, he's had his share of being called a conspiracy theorist. Why? Just because he's there to question what's been going on this planet for the past 30 years, and he's gone deeper than maybe anybody, written books upon books about it. I'm not going to say more about that. But bottom line, we need to stand our ground, physically, emotionally, psychologically. Stand your ground. And believe me, they are constantly trying to wear us down. So by the way, regarding this nurse, her name is Crystal Pitter, Kristalpiter. Please find her on Facebook. Send some words of encouragement her way. Friend her. She needs our support, okay? Chris Sky has already been taken off Facebook. Hopefully he'll be able to come back. You can still follow all the good stuff that he's been putting out at on his Instagram account at Meet the Skies, meet.the.skies, SKIES. Hugs Over Mass Nation is growing strong, coast to coast, a celebration of freedoms and rights. Both of these are amazing Facebook groups that are trying to get people together across the country. And just for those of us who are freedom-minded, for those of us whose eyes have been opened, just know you are not alone. Many people are waking up. Many people are standing up. Last weekend we had successful events coast to coast in 15 Canadian cities. And I understand from Ryan Kulbaba from A Celebration of Freedoms and Rights that additional events are being planned August 1st and 2nd, Calgary, Edmonton, because those cities are now trying to implement these insane mask bylaws. So please check out the Hugs Over Mass Facebook groups, the A Celebration of Freedoms and Rights. Here locally in Ontario, Toronto, we'll see you at Queen's Park tomorrow, 12 to 3 p.m. for our celebration of life. That's what Vlad likes to refer to it as, and I like that, okay? Not everybody wants to come to a protest. That may sound antagonistic or, oh, I'm not one of those people. But you know what? We've all been, to a great extent, deprived of that human contact, of community. And this is an opportunity to come and connect with your fellow human beings, interact normally, and see that, you know, those of us who've been coming to these weekly gatherings for the past 3 months now, more than 3 months, 4 months now, all of us are still healthy. Nobody has gotten sick with COVID or anything. We're healthy, we're happy. This has maintained my sanity, as I've already shared. Hamilton is having their own event this Saturday, and it's going to be taking place in Bayfront Park starting at 12 p.m. Not Saturday, my apologies. This Sunday, Bayfront Park in Hamilton starting at 12 p.m. I myself will be there again to support the efforts there. And big shout out to Justin Long, amazing patriot from Hamilton, okay? And what else did I want to share with you guys today? Those of you who have recently started following me on YouTube, thank you, welcome. I want to give a big shout out to Serene Christine. She's an amazing Canadian patriot. All of you who are on YouTube should check her out. Serene Christine, Serene as in peaceful, Christine, Christine. Thank you, Christine. I'm so grateful that there are, you know, increasing numbers of patriots standing up, taking a stand. And last thing I want to mention is, as some of you may have figured out by now, one of the ways in which humanity has been enslaved for a long time has been through the financial system. The powers not to be have created this whole monetary system that, printing money out of nothing and then loaning it to governments at interest and essentially enslaving generations of people throughout the world, okay? And they plan on continuing to do that now through their new central bank issued digital currencies. And if you haven't figured out by now, that's the direction we're going in. Cashless society. They want to be able to control your every move, okay? We have, I think, a pretty short window of opportunity, guys, whereby we can still get our hands into other types of mediums of exchange. So on my Facebook wall, you will notice that I recently hosted a series about cryptocurrency series. I hosted just a 1.5 hour webinar about cryptocurrency investing. This is a topic that's new to me as well. And I could say, you know, I'm a little bit ashamed that I'm late to the game. I know many of you are already ahead of the curve. Good for you. But you know what, guys? Better late than never. We better open our eyes and start educating ourselves as to how we can empower ourselves and how we can give ourselves access to alternatives to preserve our freedom to the greatest extent possible. Not only that, but as my crypto expert guest explained, we are on the verge of potentially a huge uprise in the value of these cryptocurrencies. As fiat currencies are becoming devalued through all this excessive money printing, The opposite is happening with cryptos, and he goes deeply into how that happens. So I invite you to watch that webinar if you haven't already. Yesterday I hosted somebody else talking about owning precious metals. Okay, those can be another store of value, and they have been traditionally through histories, through millennia. Okay, we need to protect ourselves, guys. Right now, if all your holdings are in paper money, definitely not the place to be, because our paper money is being devalued by the day. So that's really what I want to share. We need to empower ourselves in every way we can. And by the way, if any of you have any suggestions for other Money Matters webinar topics, please let me know. Put it down in the comment section. I'll do my best to have, you know, guests talk to us about really other ways we can empower ourselves. It's part of the plan. It's part of how we can stand strong. We need to put ourselves back in the driver's seat. Acting like a victim, yes, I know we are being victimized totally. As on an individual, societal level, we are under attack. But acting as victims and saying, "Oh my God, poor me, I'm gonna cower." No. This is the time for humanity to rise. And my YouTube channel, which you're not gonna find so easily because it's being shadow banned, is actually called Humanity Rising. And then, by the way, the Money Matters webinars I'm posting on my work YouTube channel, which is Maven Wealth. That one you should be able to find. That one is not shadow banned because, you know, whatever. It's financial related. They somehow it's still under the radar. Okay. Anyway, once again, stay strong. Again, I'm just out on a little jog right now, trying to cool off. I don't want to rely on rosé wine. Okay. Oh, I'm just joking. I'm not doing that. Only a little bit. Okay. Anyway, TMI. Love you guys. Stay strong. And I look forward to seeing some of you in Toronto and in Hamilton this weekend. Okay. Many blessings. I love you. Take care. Blessings. Mwah. Bye. Hugs.